everyone. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, and thank you for making it today on a Saturday morning. Um, I am Maysaa Ajjan. I'm a freelance journalist, and I will be your instructor today for the features writing and storytelling course. My credentials are that I hold a bachelor's and a master's degree in multimedia journalism from the Lebanese American University of Beirut. And I have been published in several places, mainly in the MENA region. I would just I would really like to be open to all of your questions and do my best to have an interactive, fun 2 hours where we can learn the basics of uh, feature writing, how to identify features, and how to write features, and how to structure features as well. So this is the aim of the course. And if anybody has a question first, please do raise your hand virtually, and I'd be more than happy to kick this off right now. All right, thank you, Faraz. So, okay, let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, all good, nice.
Okay, great. So, welcome to Feature Writing and Storytelling. Our objective for the course, let me widen my screen. So these are the objectives of the course. We will be identifying hard news and soft news, and we will understand the factors that shape content, that shape which articles get published and which don't. We will identify the structure of news articles, leads, not graphs, body, ending, types of features, and exercises. But before that, this is the fun part here. A small fun quiz. This is not an interactive quiz, so I would need you to raise your voice and tell me which one is false and which is true amongst these statements. Now, it's okay if you don't know. We're here to learn this together, but you can wing it if you like. You can have a go. So, anyone would like to? Let's read the first sentence first. Not all news articles have leads.
False.
What do you think of that?
I think it's false.
I think it's false.
Yeah, it's false.
Okay, why is that?
Because every news story or article has an introduction or lead.
Yes, that's right. Good, good. Features are hard news.
It's false.
False. Mostly
False
it's false.
again.
False. False.
Hello? Yes, okay. So features are strictly time sensitive. This is false.
False.
Why is that? Can you give me an example?
False.
Okay.
Features are evergreen topic. You can write features
That's
on
correct.
any
Yeah.
topic. Take the example of climate change.
Yes, absolutely. Or example of a railway station, for example, the history of America's railway station, or about Saudi Arabia's hidden architectural gems, and so on. So they're not time sensitive.
Yeah.
Not graphs are for features only. What do you think of that?
So I think you need to share your screen. We lost your screen, so we can't see your screen right now. So you might need to share it again, please.
Can you please explain what is net graph first?
Yes, I will
Yeah,
explain
because
it.
I couldn't able to attend the last workshop, so that's why.
Okay, great. This is the point I wanted to get across. I will be explaining the nut graph in a few slides. We will be explaining it thoroughly and taking lots and lots of examples, Mawish. So thank you very much. So, okay, great. You guys already know some basics. So that's cool. Let's continue. So, how do I? Okay. So who can tell me what is news briefly? Any phrase or sentence that comes to mind?
Anything breaking, unusual, that is news.
Can I explain?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so there is one phrase that comes to my mind that was if like a dog bites a man, so that's not a news, but if a man bites a dog, so that's news. So anything that is like worthy of sharing and that has some interest for the people, so that is considered as news.
That's great. So anything noteworthy of sharing is considered news. But also, there is one element of news that makes it distinguished. One
It should
element.
be, yeah.
Time
Any
sensitive.
information which is
Time
applicable
sensitive.
to,
Yes.
News is
It
time
should
sensitive.
it should have human interest, I think, the most important element.
and
Yes, yes.
it should be applicable to a large mass of people. Any information
Okay.
applicable, yeah, it's important.
Okay. Okay, this is good. Yes. Time sensitive news is news.
And also
basically.
authentic. Yes, and also authentic. You take news and you will put various sources. For example, if a blast occurred somewhere in Peshawar or in Pakistan, so that is news. Now, how many people are injured or how many people are wounded in the blast? It
So you're
makes
talking
the
about
news
impact.
authentic.
You're talking about impact, correct? Impact of the
Time
news.
sensitive. No, I am talking about time sensitive and sources of the news.
Yes,
For
yes.
example, if a blast occurred today, so you will report that will be a news. But if blast occurred today and you will report it tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so that will not be a news. It will.
Yes, yes, you're right, Mahwish. I will try to call you by your first names in this exercise, okay? Yes, you're right. This is time sensitive information. So let's move on. So news is newly received or noteworthy information, especially about recent significant events that is communicated to the public through media. Now, there are two types of news. You guys already know them. They are soft news and hard news. Now, let's talk about hard news. In hard news, it's an actual event that happened. It's something that happened right now that I need to tell you about. Consider yourself as, when you're a journalist, consider yourself as a messenger. Okay? You're a messenger and you need to get the event that happened across, to get your message across to the audience. You need to tell them, hey, so and so happened. You use verbs, you use strong verbs and strong sentences, and you use the present tense. So, for example, Israel and Hamas reach an agreement over the first phase of the ceasefire agreement. So, Israel and Hamas reached an agreement over the first phase of the ceasefire. Let me show you the examples that I have. I have one example, two examples. Look at this example from the BBC. Donald Trump wins 2024 US election in historic comeback. This is hard news because it happened. It's an event that happened that I want to get across to my audience. Okay? Now, there is a sense of immediacy and urgency in hard news because it's urgent, it's time sensitive. And imagine yourself as the messenger. Now, take one example. Suppose the hard news is that Donald Trump got re-elected. This is the hard news. The soft news would be, why did Donald Trump get re-elected? Who is Donald Trump? What is Donald Trump's agenda? So what I am doing here is giving you facts and background analysis. Any analysis of the news, context, background information is soft news. Again, another example. I have Hamas. Wait, it's here. Hamas agrees to parts of Trump's Gaza plan, seeks more talks, bombing eases. Is this hard news or soft news?
Hard news.
It's
Okay.
soft news.
Why is this soft news?
Hard news.
Hard news, it is hard news.
It is hard news.
It's an
It's
event
a
that
hard
happened.
news.
Yes, it's hard news. Because it's an event that happens. It's an event that happened, and I want to get it across. I want to tell you that Hamas has agreed to parts of Trump's Gaza plan. It's seeking more talks, and bombing is easing. I want to tell you all of this. Now, how do I make it soft news? When I give you context about it. For example, Hamas's 20-point plan. What is Trump's 20-point plan with Hamas? What does Trump seek to get out of Hamas is agreeing to the truce with Israel? When I give context or background information, or let me get back to the slides, or analysis or background facts. Do you know when there's always like the hard news? For example, October 7th happened. October 7th happened, and there's the hard news, and then there's a series of articles that constitute the analysis of the hard news. They analyze, they give context, they give supplements. However, there's also something called the human interest, which you guys mentioned just a while ago. Who can tell me what the human interest factor is in soft news?
Can I tell?
Oh, of course, please go ahead, Congress.
I'm not sure, but I think my answer will be correct. Soft in soft news, the answer will be take the example of 730 people died in Pakistan as a result of cloudburst. So the soft news will be what is cloudburst, how it happens, and how it impact human crops. That is
Yes, that is soft news. Yes. And what about the human interest?
Human interest is human are interesting to know that what is cloudburst, how burst occurs, what causes it, and how dangerous are they for the human or for our planet Earth. That is human interest.
Okay, that's pretty close. Human interest is a type of feature stories that focuses on the people behind the news, their emotions, their struggles. It has to show a human depth and the human struggles. For example, in Gaza, there was a story about a little boy who saves kittens and cats and pets. Uh, so he made the news because of a human element story. There's also the white helmet story. BBC did a coverage of the white helmets. White helmets are a group of rescuers who, in Syria, they are Syrian human rescuers who move from door to door and house to house to rescue those under the rubble. So they are there. They take the place of the International Red Cross. So BBC did a feature about them, and it shows their struggles, their mission. I think they were nominated for some kind of peace prize. So this is the human interest. Or it could be a profile of someone famous, like Mamdani, for example. You know Zohran Mamdani? So profiling Zohran Mamdani is a human interest angle. So, okay, great. So far, so good. Let me show you what I have. I have this article. There you go. What is Hamas and why is it fighting with Israel in Gaza? Now, I'm not sure. I think this is a news feature. I think this is a news feature. When I say news feature, I think that this is a follow-up to a hard news story. It's a follow-up to a hard news story about October 7th, because before October 7th, people did not know who Hamas was. So what is Hamas and why is it fighting with Israel in Gaza? It's not really a human interest story. There's not much struggle going on here. Any questions before I move on?
It can be human interest. People are curious to know what is Hamas and why they are fighting. It can be
Yes,
human interest because many people, suppose who don't know who is Hamas or what is Hamas or what is Taliban. So people are curious to know and they read about them. So that is human interest element in this.
yes. Well, we would have to read and decipher the story, right? It might be of a human interest. I mentioned that I didn't think it's not much of a human interest. It doesn't have that personal element, maybe. But maybe if they personalized Hamas, like if they spoke about the leaders, who they are, what they like, and so on, maybe it would be a human interest story.
It it can be human interest for those who are working on terrorism, like some organizations or
Yes,
journalists who want to know.
yes, yes. It's all about the audience, after all. It's the audience who decides. So that's a good point. Okay, moving on. 6 elements of newsworthiness. This should be easy. Who would like to answer me when I say, for example, timeliness? You all know that timeliness is an element of newsworthiness, correct? We just talked about it. Proximity. Proximity, take a look at this article. But when I say proximity, I mean geographical proximity, okay? Geographical proximity. Take a look at this article. Turkey, Istanbul jolted by 5.3 magnitude earthquake, no casualties reported. Now, I am based in Lebanon, which is close to Turkey. So I don't know, I'm not sure where you guys might be based, but if Istanbul is close to you, then the fact that Turkey was hit by an earthquake would be news to you. It would be breaking news. Why? Because there's the proximity factor. It's geographical closeness. And I, being in Lebanon, am also close to Gaza, to Palestine. So Lebanon is close to Palestine, so I care about Gaza news, whatever happens, aside from the humanitarian factor, of course. Next is conflict. Who can give me an example of conflict as a newsworthy element?
All war, you can take example of Russia-Ukraine war. So an element of conflict always interests people across the world. Any conflict, I mean, war is the
Yeah.
most explicit example of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not just war, conflict between individuals as well, like police
Political
manhandling
parties,
people.
between also political parties, different political
Okay.
parties.
Yes, between political parties, between two celebrities who are not on good terms. Um, so, celebrity, sorry, just a minute. So, conflict is really important. And something else about conflict, it can be for example, union strikes demanding their goals. That's a conflict. Prominence, celebrities always make the front page, excuse me. Celebrities, they always make the front page, like Taylor Swift got married or is going to get married or whatever. They're always on the news. Novelty, anything that is unusual. Who said the man bites dog, the example of man bites dog as a newsworthy element?
Yes, I told that example.
Yes, thank you, Momina. That would be indeed a novel and an unusual thing. Think of unusuality as a new kind of a brain tumor, a new kind of a fox species that is discovered, something odd. For example, I have this unfortunate example in Gaza. It's in Arabic, but I couldn't find it in English. In Gaza, there are many mutations in children that happen because children are born with the defects. So this child was born with a defect, a strange defect, and it's kind of unfortunate. It's a huge tumor, as you can see, and this is why it made the element of unusualness and novelty. And finally, impact. What do I mean when I say impact? It means the reach of people of a certain event. How a certain event affects the reach of people. For example, famine has been declared in Gaza. Okay, what is the reach of the famine? I remember they said it was 500,000 people are at risk of starvation in Gaza. 500,000 people. This is the impact of the famine. Or the stock market crashed in the US. When the stock market crashed, how will the stock market crashing affect Lebanon, for example, Lebanon US bonds or treasury bonds or whatever? So this is impact. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
I have a question related to the proximity. Here you have mentioned only geographic proximity. So I was curious to know about any other side of proximity like caste, creed, or nation.
Nation? Nation as
Uh,
in geographical
like
proximity?
like if some like if a group of Pakistani are living in America or some other countries and there is an event or any incident happen there, so the people in Pakistan maybe also want to know about that news.
The diaspora. Yes. So here there is a kind of proximity called psychographic proximity. Okay? But I did not include it here because I'm just trying to give you the basics here. So psychological or psychographic proximity is when psychologically two humans, two objects, not objects, two members are close to each other psychologically. They might have the same nationality, they might have the same hobbies, they might have the same, I don't know, job. So there is a psychographic proximity. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, does that answer your question?
Can I also say this? When certain crimes like hate crimes in UK or USA, take the example of in UK, occurred in London. So proximity means how will affect the people living in Birmingham or any other city of the UK. Is it also proximity? The people, how people will affect or how they will be concerned that they will be attacked by mob.
Yes, yes, that is also a good example, Mahawish. Mahawish. It's proximity is psychological more than geographic. In Lebanon, we have a huge Lebanese diaspora abroad. Lebanon is a very small country, and the diaspora they follow all the news that happens in Lebanon. Why? There is no geographical proximity. There is psychographic proximity. And the same thing for Pakistan, I'm sure, and other countries. Does that answer your question? Okay, so next slide. How are news articles structured? There is one basic structure for hard news and soft news. Remember the question in the beginning when I gave you the question, guys, when it was about that not all features have leads? Not all features have leads. And you're like, no, you answered that no, all articles, all news articles have leads. So this is the common structure. It's the common structure between soft news and hard news. So as you can see, there is a headline in the beginning. There is a lead, a body, and ending. Now, look at my mouse. Look at the mouse. Who doesn't know what a lead is?
Lead is basically a crux of the whole story in which we cover 5 Ws and 1 H. That what we are going to tell the audience in whole story.
That is the summary lead for the hard news. In soft news, the leads do not tell the 5WH, do not tell the focus of the story. We will get to it.
Intro of the story.
Yes, it's the first 1 to 2 sentences of the story. It is the intro.
Introduction of the story.
Excuse me?
I think lead is the introduction of the story in soft news. Like it covers what we are going to write and what is about this story.
Yes, but also you're asking why I'm talking about hard news? Is that your question? Because I'm introducing hard news because you need to know, you cannot know what soft news is without knowing hard news, because you need to know how to distinguish soft news from hard news. So I'm going to be talking about soft news and hard news, and then soft news alone at the end. Is there any problem with that? Is everything fine? So, okay. So guys, who does not understand this structure of hard news and soft news? So both of them have a headline, a lead, a body, and an ending. Headline is the title of the article. Okay, headline is the title. Lead is the first 1 to 2 sentences of a news story. So lead is the first single 1 to 2 sentences of a news story. Okay, now leads, why did I have it colored in brown here, the lead? Because lead for hard news is different than the lead for soft news. And you need to know how to distinguish both. Now, summary blurb, deckhead. Who knows what a deckhead is?
No idea.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Please look at this article. Please read the title and the deckhead. This is the title. Can you see the title? Can you all see the title?
Yes.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
the deckhead. The deckhead is the small summary beneath the headline. So underneath the headline, there's always a small summary of the article. That's the deckhead.
Can we say it's a subtitle of the headline?
I didn't get that. Sorry, Mahawish.
Uh, can we say that it's a subtitle?
No, it's not a
It's a
subtitle.
excerpt which supports the headline.
It supports the headline, you said? Yes.
Yes, it's an excerpt that supports headline.
It's not an excerpt. It's a how do you say, summary. It's a summary of the whole article. Read the deckhead, please. Let's read it together. The headline first is the headline. Samia Halabi, who is a Syrian artist, Palestinian artist, Samia Halabi receives the 2025 Munch Prize for Artistic Freedom. That's the headline. Now, what is the article about? The prize, the prize aims to highlight contemporary visual artists who raise pressing issues through their work and their role in public debate. There you go. That's a deckhead. That's a good deckhead. It's a summary of what you are about to read. It's actually called, look what it's called. Look at this here. summary blurb, deckhead. Either called summary blurb or a deckhead. Now, let's go back to
Hello.
what we were. Yes.
Is Faraz still there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Faraz, is this deckhead the same thing that we used to call shoulders when we in Tribune that we used to use in Tribune? I don't know if it's
Kind
called
of,
that in
yeah.
Al Jazeera or not.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
it's called different, it can go by different names. It's just like Maysaa was saying, it explains more what the headline's about, more what the story's about. So, yeah.
Okay.
Maysaa, maybe there's a couple of the people asking about the decade. So maybe go back and explain a bit more on what the role of the decade summary blurb is before we move forward.
Sure. I'm just opening my examples and ready to answer the questions. Okay, look at this one. Guys, again, this is the headline. Soft news and hard news have the same rough structure. What is the structure? Headline, lead, body, ending. Now, the between the headline and the lead, between the title and the first sentence, there is a small sentence that is written. It's called the summary blurb. Look where it is situated between the headline and the lead. It's called a summary blurb or a deckhead. For example, here, this is the title. Sorry, the headline. Same wording. This is the headline, and this, the sentence that is underneath the headline. This is the deckhead. This is the deckhead right here. Why? Because when I read it, it has a function. It's not just any random sentence. The function is that it summarizes what the article talks about. So the title is that Samia Halabi receives the 2025 Munch Prize for Artistic Freedom. The deckhead is that the prize aims to highlight contemporary visual artists who raise pressing issues. So it's telling me what the article is going to be about. And I can read the article, right? I can read the article and I can conclude that it does indeed expand on the deckhead. I'll show you another example. Look at this for NBC News. It's a big day. Trump moves closer to Middle East peace and maybe a prize. This is a title. Look at the explainer below, the deckheads. Look at the summary blurb or the deckhead. Analysis. Just a minute. Analysis. Even if Trump succeeds where his predecessors failed, a Nobel Prize would still be a long shot. So it's telling you, it's an analysis, it's telling you what the article is about. Is it clear what I meant? Does anybody have a question?
Yes.
Does anybody want
Yes,
me
it
to
is.
repeat? Okay, great. So
I'm
back
just
to
going to jump
the,
in there quickly, Maysaa. So I've mentioned in the chat as well. So as Maysaa said, the function remains the same. It could be called A, it could be called B, it could be called C in different organizations. Some people call it summary, some people call it blurb, some people call it decade. The function, as Maysaa said, remains the same. It's to explain what's going to happen, what the story is about. So it could have 15 different names, but the idea, the concept remains the same.
I am just a note here that this was taken from a book for students in the US. It's called, I have it with me, it's called Writing and Reporting the News, a Coaching Method by Carol Rich. And these are academic proper names. So if anybody has a question, I would love to repeat again. Okay? Now, guys, again, the hard news and the soft news articles have a similar structure: headline, lead, body, ending. Now, look at the lead here. The lead here has a different color. Why? Because the lead function for hard news is different than the lead function for soft news. The lead in the hard news contains the 5WH of the sentence, the full article.
Of the event?
Okay. I'm sorry?
5 Ws, 1 H of the event, any occurrence to me in lead.
5WH are what?
5 Ws and 1 H in any event or occurrence.
Yes, that's what I meant. 5 Ws, 1 H, and there's even a sixth question that is added, which is so what? Most articles now answer so what question. So you have when, where, why, when, where, why, how, what, and so what. So you have six questions. Now, in the hard news, the lead answers the 5WH questions. In the soft news, the lead does not answer the 5WH question. And so what? So it's the sixth question. Who do you guys follow this? This is very important. This is the whole main point of what I'm explaining. So let me explain something. Look at the lead here. Okay, the lead in hard news is different than the lead in soft news. Number one, the lead in hard news, this is the lead. This is just an explanation. This is the lead, which is the first 1 to 2 sentences of an article. So the lead here is in hard news, the lead is called the summary lead, and it contains the 5W and H and so what question. In the soft news, it's called a feature lead or a soft lead. And it does not contain the 5WH questions and the so what question. So now you might ask me, where are the 5WH questions in soft news? Where do I find them? The answer is that you find them here in the nut graph. The nut graph is only present in soft news, and the nut graph, what is the nut graph? It's the sentence that contains the 5WH in soft news, and it comes after the lead. Always, it comes after the lead. So again, this is the rough structure of soft news and hard news. Headline, lead, body, ending. The lead in hard news is called a summary lead, and it contains the 5WH questions and the so what question. Okay? The lead in features is called a feature lead or a soft lead. It does not contain the 5WH questions. Where do I find the 5WH questions in the lead? Sorry, in soft news, I'm going to repeat my question.
I have a
Yes.
question. Can 5W's 1H in feature lead come in the middle of the story? Because take the example of you are giving the example of Hamas and Israel. So Israel target camp in Gaza. That will be a hard news. Okay, Israel target people camp in Gaza and 42 people died in that incident. That will be a summary of the hard news. But if that will be a soft news, so we will start with the hard news will tell you what actually happened. But soft news, I think it will hit your emotions or feelings. For example, I in that incident, 42 people died and 14 say injured. In that, I will take a one girl of 12 years old or 14 years old who got amputated. So I will start from her quotes. Okay, she maybe she say, "Okay, I was sitting in the camp or playing beside the camp that the rocket hit and it
Yes.
caused his." So that is a soft news. Then again on the next paragraph, we will say, "Okay, then she said, "Okay, people got me to the hospital where I received treatment." And then in third or fourth paragraph, we tell "Okay, what happened, how the Israel hit rocket." मतलब 5W 1H in second year, नहीं, in third or fourth paragraph, not in second, in feature news.
Okay. So it depends what is your focus, what is your 5WH, and where do you want to place them? In soft news,
Hello,
you have a soft lead.
ma'am.
Yes, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Danish, is it?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am getting into a difficulties. When can you elaborate again difference between hard lead news or soft lead news?
Yes, I will repeat it.
Another, I
I
think
will
what
repeat
everyone
it.
wants to know is that you said in the soft lead, there's no 5Ws and 1H. So what is there in the soft lead? How do we lead in the soft news?
I was getting there. Yes, I was getting there. Uh, I wanted to explain the structure first, and then in the nut graph, to answer your question, the 5WH in the feature lead, in the feature article, the 5WH questions are present in the nut graph. Now, the soft news lead contains description. I will give you an example right now as soon as I finish answering Mahwish's question, and we can take this further and move along with the lesson. Okay, just give me 1 minute. So Mawish, your question was it's about where you want to place the 5WH. Where do you want to place them? Do you want to start with a soft lead and then place them in the after the soft lead in the body? Or do you want to start with the 5WH? When you start with the 5WH, you have a summary lead for hard news. Okay, so you turn the article into a hard news article. It's your choice and the editor's choice, of course. Now, I want to answer the question. So soft news. So you all understand now that soft news comes has something called a nut graph. Soft news articles. They have something called a nut graph. The nut graph has the 5WH of the uh, of the article. Okay, now the soft lead usually the soft lead, there you go. The soft lead has a story here. It's a story or description about a person, place, incident. It doesn't contain the focus, the 5WH يعني, meaning. So it's a story description about a person, place, incident. They usually start off like a story, sometimes from fiction, almost. It's as if I will show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean.
Can you hear me, ma'am? Can you
Look
hear
at
me?
this, guys. Oh, yes. So let me find you another link. Okay. So we are taking an example of a soft lead intro. The internet is a bit slow. It's not opening. The internet is slow. Okay. Look at this article. Please, guys, read this article. I want to give you an example of a soft lead. The awesome audacity of Chase Hall. Chase Hall is a African American artist. Okay? Look at the lead. This is the lead. Read it, guys, please. Shall I read it for you? Do you want me to read it out loud?
Can you please scroll down? We just see.
Just read this, the selected lead. Did you read it, guys?
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. Guys, did you read it?
Yes, we did. We did. Yes, Maysaa.
Okay.
Yes, we read it.
Okay. So, do you think this contains the 5WH of the article?
It doesn't.
No,
It doesn't.
no.
It doesn't. It's a soft lead because this is a soft feature. It's a feature. You understand? So it's a feature, and it doesn't. The first two sentences do not contain the 5WH. Instead, they tell a story. Features often tell stories. This is what I wanted to answer the question of the lady who asked me about what is in the soft lead. Okay, so let's go back to what we were saying. We have headline, lead, body, ending. The lead in the hard news is called a summary lead. The lead in the features in soft news is called a feature lead or a soft lead. What is in the soft lead? Description. Now, you might ask me, where are the 5WH questions answered in soft news, in features? And I answered this question. Can anybody tell me where do I find the 5WH in the features?
It's more a creative
You
thing in the
told
feature writing. It can be across the entire article. It can be the second paragraph. So in the feature writing, you can take that liberty. Depends on the focus of the story. So it's not necessary to order it on a particular place. The placement is open in a feature story for 5Ws and H.
Okay, but
you also
there.
told it depends on journalist and editor's choice where they put it.
Okay, there is one or two sentences in every feature, in every soft news. There is one or two sentences that explain what the article is going to be about. I maybe I shouldn't say they contain the 5WH. Maybe they don't contain all the 5WH, but they answer the question, what is the article going to be about? And these sentences are called a nut graph. This is the nut graph. This is the nut graph. It comes after the feature lead. The feature lead contains a story. It contains a story. The nut graph contains the 5WH. So to summarize, this is the summary that you guys need to know. Take a good look, please, at this slide. So how is a feature and hard news organized? So hard news here, soft news on the right. Hard news starts with a headline. Soft news starts with a headline. The hard news has a lead called the summary lead, and the soft news has a lead called a soft lead. And then what else is there? The soft news has a nut graph. Now the nut graph, ideally you will find it within the third to fifth paragraph, but not always, not always. The nut graph is found within the third to fifth paragraph. Let me give you an example. But first, I need you to understand this. And look, there's also a deckhead in the hard news, and there's also a deckhead in the soft news. And there's a focus, the 5WH in the summary lead, and the 5WH, the focus meaning, are in the nut graph. Take a good look and I will answer your questions for whoever did not understand what I was saying. Guys, do you want me to repeat? Shall I repeat? I need you to understand this point. I need you to understand what a nut graph is.
No, understood.
Understood?
Yeah, please move ahead.
Let's move to this article. Do you want to continue reading this article and figure out where the lead is or not?
Yes.
Okay, this is the title, The Awesome Audacity of Chase Hall. Chase Hall is an artist, as I told you. Kindly read this part. Did you read this part, both of them, both paragraphs? finished. Can I move on?
Yeah, please.
So, where do you think is the not graph? The sentence that contains the 5WH. This is the not graph. In the work he has done since then, Hall has more than fulfilled that ambition. A self-taught artist with boundless energy and a lot to say, he has emerged virtually overnight as a strong and highly original new voice. This sentence tells you what the whole article is going to be about, guys. I need you to listen here to me. Does anybody does anybody have a question?
No.
Okay.
All good.
I think it might be
I
better
have
if
a
you
question.
carry on, Maysaa, and then we can have time for questions at the end. We'll leave about 15, 20 minutes in at the end of the session for all the questions because people are very interested. They have a lot of questions, which is always a good thing.
Okay, shall I continue?
Go ahead.
This is, you just read this article, Samia Halabi, the Palestinian artist. This is a hard news article. Look at how I structured it for you guys. Look, up here, you have Samia Halabi, you have the headline. Samia Halabi receives the 2025 prize for artistic freedom Munch. Okay, you have the headline over here. Now here, what is this? Who can tell me what is this? It's written on the
deck head.
The deck head, yes. And what is this here?
The lead.
Yes, what kind of lead? It's the summary
Summary lead.
Great, great. And this is the ending. Okay, guys. Now there are types of soft leads. This is what the lady who asked me about the types of soft leads asked me about soft leads. I would love to mention the types of the soft leads, but first I need you to understand that we are okay with everything I have explained before, because this is moving forward, okay? So if anybody has a question, do let me know. So in soft leads, in features, there are a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 soft leads, but there are even more than that. This is an anecdotal lead. An anecdotal lead is the one you just read for the chase hall. This lead, okay? It's an anecdotal lead. Do you guys know what an anecdotal lead is?
Yes. Based on anecdotes, your life experiences, and things like that. It's more kind of a
Yeah,
story, personal story.
yes. An anecdote reads like it reads almost like a fiction story, almost. It contains conversations sometimes, attributions, scene setting. It sets the scene sometimes, and so on. So it's creative. Now, this is an anecdotal lead. But before we get there, this is a narrative lead. What's a narrative lead for the soft news, guys? Who can tell me what a narrative lead is? A narrative
When you,
lead,
yeah. Go ahead.
a narrative lead condenses events. It talks about events in a condensed manner. Okay, guys? So a narrative lead talks condenses events. Take a look at this one. This is the headline. This is the deck head, and this is the feature lead. Only it's narrative, not anecdotal. Can you please read it? I cannot select it here.
I have a question. In narrative lead, can we say that heavy rain started, followed by a flood, and that wash away houses? That is narrative lead
Yes,
or not?
you can start with an event like that. There was a flood, and so happened, and there were people who are victims. You are condensing events when you say that. Take a look here at this lead. This lead over here is uh, it condenses events. It talks about Henry Flagler, someone who is similar to Henry Ford. He was an industrialist, and it talks about what he did. It says, in fact, most of Florida owes its modern existence to the great railroad baron, meaning Henry Flagler, who opened the route south from Jacksonville with his visionary East Railway in the 1880s and built the first hotel, etc., etc. So it has a flourishing language. It's kind of descriptive, but it's a narrative lead. So guys, anecdotal lead reads like fiction. Narrative
So
lead
narrative lead is
condenses.
factual rather than fictional.
They're both factual. This is news we are talking about. They're both factual. I'm saying it reads like fiction. For example, if I met the singer Madonna and I would like to write something about Madonna, I would, say that I was waiting in the coffee shop, and this coffee shop is for celebrities, and I was wondering what she would look like in person. And then Madonna comes in and she says hello, and so and so. It reads like fiction. It's a snapshot of reality. It's a scene setting. Do you get it? But it happened. It's an actual thing that happened. Does anybody have questions before I move on? Contrast lead. This is the third type of soft lead. So this is the contrast lead. It's a then and now useful to show change. It shows change between one state before the other. There was so and so and so, and then it changed. For example, Muhammad Durra and his family were living peacefully in Gaza. He was a regular 14-year-old who played with his classmates and studied hard. Life was perfect. And then all of that changed on October 7th. We all know what happened on October 7th, right? So, guys, this is what I mean by a contrast lead. Then and now, a certain state before. Please, in the red, there is a contrast lead written in red. You can read it if you will. This is it here in red. Guys, did you read? I need to know.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Did you understand the contrast lead? Do you have questions?
No, fine, go ahead, I think.
Contrast lead again. Staccato lead. This is my favorite. In soft news, we start with a staccato lead sometimes when we want to make an impression on the reader. So, for example, I can say, she's hilarious, she's witty, and she's taking the Lebanese media scene by storm. She's also not real. This lead, this is a staccato lead. It comes in bursts of phrases, in short phrases. Okay, guys? Whenever there's short phrases, it means there's a soft lead. You leads, question leads. We have you leads, question leads, and mystery leads. Okay, exercise. Guys, sit up and pay attention. I want all your focused attention here, please.
Yes.
Okay. I will present you with two recent news stories. Identify the news story elements in the chosen articles. Okay. Do you see this?
Yes.
Question, is this soft news or hard news?
Soft.
Excellent, this is soft news. Where's the deckhead?
You have to zoom in. It's too small for me. 1 second. Hang on.
The bullet points.
Yes,
There are bullet points.
the bullet.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, take a minute to read the first lead. Is the lead soft lead or summary lead?
I think
Soft
it's
lead.
more
So
of a
feature
summary.
lead.
Soft lead, yeah.
Feature lead.
Yes. Yeah, you can call them soft lead or feature leads. Excellent. What else? I don't think I have. Anyway. Okay. Do you want to continue reading to figure out? I think you guys figured where the where the 5WH is, the knot graph. But if you want, I can open it for you, open the link, so you can continue reading. But for some reason, the links aren't opening. Okay, here we go. Continue reading. I want you to tell me where the knot graph is. Where are the 5WH?
Maysaa,
If you
can you
want,
cut and paste the link? Can you cut and paste
yeah,
the link in the chat, please?
people can look at it on their own phones and
Yeah, yeah,
laptops. Just put in chats.
correct. Put it in the chat, please, the link. Yeah. Thank you.
So guys, I was waiting for you. Where is the knot graph? Where are the 5WH? Okay, I'll tell you where the knot graph is. This is it. It's in the second paragraph. After failing to achieve much of note in that role, Blair is preparing once again to tackle one of the world's most intractable conflicts. Anyway, guys, does anybody have a question about this before I open the roll? Before I open the floor for questions. Did you understand what a soft lead is and what a summary lead is? Did you understand what a knot graph is? Come on, guys. Lesson is
Yes.
over. I need you to interact. So you understood it. Do you have any questions?
No questions so far.
No, you explained very well, very well. No question. Thanks.
Okay. I was afraid I didn't explain enough. Thank you so much.
Any more questions for Maysaa? Going in three, two, one. No questions. Okay, thank you everyone for attending today's session. Maysaa, thank you so much for this informative, engaging, and very well structured this workshop. This was just the second of many that we've got planned. Again, last week we did introduction to digital storytelling. We'll have a follow up on that. This week we did feature writing. We'll have a content creation for social media platforms coming up. We have something coming up on Google platforms. We have pitching, like I said, coming up. We have news writing for digital platforms coming up as well. But thanks again for everyone who joined us today, who's part of the community. Thank you, Maysaa, again. Maysaa is taking her time out from a busy schedule to share her knowledge, skills, and everything else with whoever wants to know. This is not a paid initiative. She's not getting paid for this. I should remind all of you that she's just taking time out because she wants to help the community, and that's what we're all planning on doing. So we would really appreciate if you can spread the word on what we're doing. If you like it, let us know, let other people know. If you don't like it, let us know as well how we can improve, how we can change, what we can offer you. So yeah, keep the feedback coming in. Keep the engagement coming in. Guys, thanks again, everyone who joined in, sat through on a Saturday morning. Thank you, Maysaa. Thank you to all those who attended. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time at the next session.